What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Ben Pianko Show. Here we are in Little Havana, Miami. We are here with Buddy and Elle.
How you doing?
How are you?
All right, let's talk about Tower Theater. Elle, why is Tower Theater important to you?
Well, we have to conserve the fact that it's a theater since 1926, and that's its importance. And Joe Carollo is just bullying the people just so they can get the land. And so here we go. We got this petition for you, and this is going to be a theater forever and ever, thanks to you.
And Buddy?
Yeah, in this iconic building, we have to keep this a place for the pop arts and the liberal arts theater. Keep it a movie theater, and it's a part of our fabric. So we got to fight for it.
Tell me, Turner, what does Tower Theater mean to you?
Tower Theater was taken over by Miami-Dade College about 20 years ago, and they transformed it into an icon. It's part of Calle Ocho. It's part now of the Miami heritage. People come from all over the world to do films here at the International Film Festival in Miami. To me, I come here regularly to see films which are not available anywhere else in Miami-Dade, probably not in Florida. It is a wonderful place to hear, to meet other people, but especially to see films. They have documentaries, they have all sorts of films from all over the world.
Guys, here we are with Iram. Hello, Iram. So, what would you like to tell and let the city of Miami know about Tower Theater?
That this is a valuable cultural institution in the city that provides access to films that you just don't see in almost any other cinema, that has helped to the development of this whole area of Little Havana. And unlike so many things that the city commissioners have their hands in, this one works. So why are they trying to undo something that's working so well for the community? One can only assume that in some kind of politics, we don't know what the politics are, but they're there. And really, why are you playing with the people of this city, their ability to come and enjoy art? I mean, this is not a political institution, this is art. So hands off.
Tell me, what advice do you have? What do you want to tell the city of Miami regarding Tower Theater?
I think 6,000 people have already said how much they support Tower Theater and their current programming and Miami-Dade's current management. So it's pretty disappointing that they have still decided to go through with this plan to create a visitor center when so many people already love it the way that it is.
All right, guys, we are here with Gia, and Gia, tell me, what does Tower Theater mean to you?
Tower Theater was a place where I found my first circle of friends in Miami. I moved from Boston a few years ago. I've always been in film up north, but down here it was like everyone was just so welcoming, and it wasn't like the standard movies that you can catch at any theater. It's truly an art. The team puts so much into programming, and I've been here every year since then for the Miami Film Festival, and people from around the world come here to truly appreciate film. So I'm grateful for this group. I come part of the Miami Film Society. I come here at least once a week. And if this, I don't know, when I heard that in January this might be gone, I was just so sad. I mean, I have friends come from the Northeast, friends come from Miami who join me to come here. It's like a standard for me every week. So it'll truly be a hit to the community.
It's not every day you have politicians that are out here fighting for the rights of art down here in Miami. Give it up for Councilman Brown. And Mr. Durant. Now tell me, Councilman, why are you here? What does Tower Theater mean to you?
Listen, it's a historic place. I'm a producer. I'm actually a Broadway producer. So arts are very important to me, all right? So it's data that actually suggests that if children are not in the arts, they do better when they're in the arts. They get better grades, they get better performance, they become more productive citizens. So if you don't join an art you join a gang, if you don't get involved with any of the things that art have, you can get involved with a lot of negativity on the streets. So not only that, it's a cultural side of it as well. We just need to support more theaters, not close them, support them more, and support the culture. This particular theater has had a particular genre of art that is not shown in other theaters. And so when you take this particular theater away, you'll be taking away a certain segment of culture that's not shown anywhere else in the city, sometimes nowhere else in the country. So we need to support this theater by far.
Absolutely. Elliot Durant, president of the Coconut Grove Chamber and councilman. I'm also a graduate of Juilliard. I was an actor for almost 40 years. I presently still am. Get my pension from the Screen Actors Guild. My first show was off Broadway in The Wiz as the Tin Man. So I'm very, very dear and heartfelt about theater. I've done theater in New York, Los Angeles, and next I'll be doing it here. And to take away small theater, which is the intimacy to where you can really perform, that's a tragedy. And it's a travesty to just want to take a property that is giving culture and art to the youth and to generations just for greed and to build something else that is not going to be conducive to this neighborhood, Little Havana. Let's keep art, let's keep culture, and let's preserve not only the history, but the future, and use theater to do it.
We have a very vocal member of our Miami community. Give it up for Denise.
I don't know if cheers are necessary. This is a tough fight that we fight daily, and we've been fighting for many years. By the way, this is not just about the Tower Theater. It's one of many historic elements of our historic district that, if you don't know, is actually on the most endangered list, the National Historic Register. Little Havana is on the top 15 neighborhoods most in danger of being extinct in the U.S. Okay, so this is not just about Tower Theater, people. This is about Joe Carollo, okay, and his unilateral decisions and the power he's been given by our city, because nobody contests all his crazy ideas. This is about his ego. This is about another one of his revenge plots against Miami-Dade College for not inviting him to the premiere of Father of the Bride. This is another power grab. So the only way to solve this and to prevent this from continuing in Little Havana, and to prevent the destruction of Little Havana, by the way, that he claims to care so much about, is to get rid of Joe Carollo.
Silent Tower! Silent Tower! Silent Tower! Silent Tower! Silent Tower! Silent.
Here we are with a producer and director, Manny Soto. Manny, tell me, what does Tower Theater mean to you?
This is an icon, not just for Miami, but for the Cubans, because in the 60s we used to come here, and I arrived in 62. I was 5 years old, and we used to watch a film for 15 cents. This was our escape, you know, and for me, I premiered my film here. I was on the board of the Miami Film years, and you know, it would be a travesty if we close this place down. A travesty for everybody involved.
Here we are with Dolores.
Hi.
Tell me, Dolores, what does Tower Theater mean to you?
Tower Theater is a special place that brings the community together. I've been a volunteer in the Little Havana Information Center for months, and I see how it brings the community together. Miami Film Festival brings international people to this area, and it's just a special place. Nowhere else in Miami compares.
We are here with Jose and Fee.
Hey everybody.
Jose, tell me, what does Tower Theater mean to you?
Yeah, so I guess this merits a little bit of an introduction. My name is Jose Dominguez. I'm the current chairman of the People's Progressive Caucus of Miami-Dade, lifelong Miami resident. I actually was born and raised in East Little Havana. I grew up 4 blocks from here on 13th Avenue and 4th Street. So this is my community, but this means so much, not just to the residents of this neighborhood, but the people of this county. I grew up driving past here, you know, just getting a taste of the culture that Miami has to offer, the real Miami, not the Miami that, you know, is coming about as a result of the gentrification, of the selling out of the residents of this community. This is something that is at the heart of what this place represents. And, you know, it's just a travesty what's happening. Joe Carollo, some of the other commissioners, they're in cahoots. This is reprehensible. Honestly, I'm shocked, I'm appalled. I have a smile on my face, but I just can't, I have a hard time believing that this is actually happening. And Miami-Dade College is being so reasonable, extending an open hand to Joe Carollo, saying we want you to be a part of this process, we can implement your ideas. But we know that there's ulterior motives, there's other financial interests at stake. Joe Carollo is not going to be on board with this. Shame on you, Joe Carollo. Fuck you.
Now, Fee, let me see your sign.
Oh, it's not ready yet. It's a work in progress.
That's fine. It's a work in progress. This protest is so special to have everybody out here. Now let's hear from you. What about Tower Theater?
I went to Miami-Dade. I know a lot of filmmakers. I work in the production industry in Miami, and it's a really small community. I'm wearing my shirt because, you know, I just feel like all the artists here are part of an endangered community, and I don't know, something's gotta give. I feel like there's some weird history of Miami not nurturing anything that's theirs, but destroying it for foreign investors who do not live here, who are not from here, they're not from the state, sometimes they're not even from this country. And they can rattle up a bunch of landmarks that have disappeared in recent years. Grand Central Station, Churchill, so many places that just get eaten when they have decades of history that are irreplaceable, and these are like the source places for artists to create together and experiment and share and have community. And it just feels like the city is always being sliced up. Every piece of community is just like being broken. And Little Havana is turning into what is it? West Wriggle? It's already a place, you know? Anyways. So this is kind of a really public way of maybe waking people up and showing them that what we're losing, and these things are happening all the time. So it's really good that everyone showed up to support. We need this. We need people to come together and say something and stop, you know, the continuous destruction of the city.
We got two rock star artists over here, Mark and Rebecca. Tell me, Rebecca, what does Tower Theater mean to you?
I mean, it's a community spot and an easy way to interact with really quality cinema or just filmmaking, you know, to be able to walk here and then experience Calle Ocho. It's a very unique theater. I used to live here too.
And Mark, you know, as a filmmaker, a full-time filmmaker yourself, I mean, what memories do you have from Tower Theater that you could share?
So, I mean, I have a ton of memories from Tower. I mean, I've been coming to the Miami Film Festival now for 10 years or more. I've had a few films that have premiered here at the Tower, and like, it just means so much more to make these Miami movies. I was born and raised in Miami, so like, if you make a Miami movie, you want to like show it somewhere like here, not at like an AMC, you know what I mean? Something with real history, and it matters a lot more, you know, when you have your film here at a real Miami like cultural landmark like this. You know?